So what is scaling? So we have already seen before, like there will be lots of demand in the usage of resources. Sometimes the usage will be more and sometimes the usage will be less. So when the usage will be more, the CPU capacity what you require will be more, the memory capacity will be more, and the servers will be busy. And sometimes the usage will be less and the servers will be idling. So handling both situations where when the demand is more and when the demand is less, so handling both kind of situations is called scaling. So in scaling there are two types of scaling. One is horizontal scaling and the other one is vertical scaling. So horizontal scaling is nothing but allocating or releasing of resources of the same type. So allocating the resources of the same type, that is if you are using 5 TB of storage, server capacity and the CPU memory, so you will be allocating the same 5 TB or the same instance type, the type of instance whatever you are using previously, no, the same instance type you will be adding or replicating in horizontal scaling to handle the usage or demand, where the instance type will be of same type. So that is horizontal scaling. In horizontal scaling, we have two functions. One is scaling out and the scaling in. So in horizontal scaling, as I already said, there are two functions. One is scaling out or scaling in. So let us see what is the increased usage in demand. So increased usage in demand is nothing but maybe there is some sale going on, for example, or else you can take your exam results have been announced. So each and every student from your college will be accessing that particular website to view their result. So that time what happens, maybe you would have come across these kind of situations where the server will be low, or there will be some website crashes, or the website will be working very slow, because each and every student from your college will be viewing the result. And what they have to do is they have to allocate resources to each and every student. It is not like only 4 or 5 students or some 10 students. It will be from your whole college. Maybe you take it around some 400 to 500 students from the particular branch, they will be viewing the result. So for each and every person, the resource has to be allocated. That is, each and every person will be surfing for the result. So for each and every person, the result has to be shown. So for that, you need lots of CPU capacity, the memory capacity also, and the load has to be balanced. So all these things has to be taken care. And sometimes what happens, only when the result is announced, the server will be busy. So the remaining time the server will be idling. So that time what happens, the server and the memory, everything get wasted. For example, if you have allocated the resources, when the server capacity is being used or the demand is more, so that time the server will be completely used and the memory will be completely used and there will be no wastage. So for example, if you would have allocated some 20 TB of storage when the demand is more. So when the demand is less, when the server is idling, do you think so that same 20 TB is required? No, this it will be wasted. You can release all the resources which is not required to you, because the server will be idling when only during the time of result the server usage will be more. Rather than that, each and the remaining time there will be no usage of that website. Only once in a while the few people will be viewing. So that time they can release back the resources. So where their memory and storage capacity does not get wasted. So scaling helps in taking care of all these things. As we have already said that there are two types of scaling. One is horizontal scaling and the other one is vertical scaling. And in horizontal scaling there are of two functions. One is scaling out and scaling in. So as I already said, horizontal scaling is nothing but allocating or releasing the resources of the same instance type. So instance is nothing but what does an instance contain? It contains CPU, memory, server, storage capacity, all these things, and load balancing. So of the same type. So if you are using, for example, now 5 TB of an instance, if you want to allocate the resources, if you want to add on the resources to increase when the usage is more or when the demand is more, you can add the same 5 TB instance only.